Hello, my name is Özkan. I'm Scientific Product Specialist in Simulations Plus. In this Feature of the Week video, I will demonstrate how to set up GastroPlus API. In this demo, I will give a brief overview of what GastroPlus API is. Then we will walk through the requirements, including what you need to use the GastroPlus API, and then we will finalize with the live setup for R and Python. So, what is the GastroPlus API? GastroPlus API is the programmatic interface to GastroPlus X used to automate model building, asset management, simulations, and results extraction from programming languages instead of clicking through the graphical user interface. So when you click on the GastroPlus icon in your desktop, you basically initiate the graphical user interface in your computer, which is connecting to the GastroPlus engine in the backend. So when you open a project, when you do a calculation in the graphical user interface, basically you're sending a request to the engine processes your request, and then it will respond to you, and that's what you see in the graphical user interface. So what we want to do with the GastroPlus API is that we want to give you the connection to the GastroPlus engine through the programming languages. This is happening through the REST API, which is the intermediate layer between the GPX engine and the programming languages. For the first release, we have provided two wrapper packages for R and Python. So what you need for the GastroPlus API. So first of all, you need at least GastroPlus 10.2 version. And for the R path, you need an R base, you need an IDE, which we will demonstrate as RStudio, and you need a GastroPlus API R package. You can also install the GastroPlus R modules package, but that's optional. For the Python part, you need a Python base, you need an IDE, in this case we will show as Visual Studio Code, and you need a GastroPlus API Python package. So let's continue with the live setup. Okay, here I will switch to my other screen. Here you can see that I have already installed the required apps, which are the R base and the RStudio. While our GastroPlus API package doesn't depend on the R tools, I would highly recommend you to install and download and install the R tools as well. So next step, I will open up the RStudio. Here in the iStudio, first of all, we need to do a check. So I will click on Tools and Global Options here. Here in the global options, you see the R version. So which means that this is the R base version the RStudio is utilizing. So when you click on change, you have abilities to select which R version you want to use in this RStudio session. So here you can see that I have 5 different R base versions, and I have selected the latest version. So I would recommend you to do the same thing. Just select the highest version of the R, and then click on OK. Once you click on the OK, click on Apply and OK here, and then restart your R session. And in this way, your GastroPlus API package is going to work with the highest version of the R base. The next thing that we are going to do is we will install the GastroPlus API library with its dependencies. In order to install GastroPlus API library, we are going to utilize a third-party R package, which is called Removes. So I will just copy the code from our tutorial website documentation for the GastroPlus API and paste it into console, and this code is going to initiate the process for the installment of Removes packages. And I will hit enter. Okay, the Removes package is successfully installed. The next thing is we are going to install the GastroPlus API package with the help of the Removes. So this code is simply locating the GastroPlus API package in your program data, and in this way it's going to recognize the dependencies, install the package with all the dependencies. I'll simply hit enter, and this process is going to take some time. Okay, here the installation is completed, and we see that the GastroPlus API package is successfully installed. On the bottom right section, we have the Packages tab opened here. So on the search box, I will type Gastro, And here we can see that the GastroPlus API package is successfully listed under the packages. So if you click on the GastroPlus API here, you will access the detailed documentation for each function in the GastroPlus API package. If you click on any function here, you will get the details about how to call that function with this example. Okay, the next thing, we are going to install the GastroPlus R modules package. Same thing, I will copy the code, paste it into the console, and hit enter. This is also going to take some time. Unlike the GastroPlus API, this code is going to ask you a question. So this question is simply asking you that what do you want to do with the newest version of the dependency packages for the GastroPlus R modules. So simply, I will say that like install the highest version of all dependencies, and I will hit one. I will type 1 and hit enter, and then I will wait for the process to be completed. Okay, the GastroPlus R modules package is also successfully installed. Here under the Packages tab, you can also see the GastroPlus R modules, and if you click on it, you can access the details of the GastroPlus modules package as well. So what we are going to do is we will execute an example script, and we will be sure that everything is working well. So I will click on File, and I will click on Open File. Here I will navigate to C drive, Program Data, Simulations Plus, GastroPlus Orchestrator, 10.2, and here R folder. And then I will navigate to Example Scripts, and here I will select the most simple script, which is a batch simulation run.rmd. So when you open up this project, a new section is going to show up in your RStudio, which is the scripting area. So you can clear your outputs in the console as we are done with the installment. And here RStudio is warning us that like this script is utilizing another third-party packages which are not installed. So it just says that like, do you want to install it? So we will click on install right over here. Also note that depending on your RStudio version and the R-based version, the error messages may differ. So you may get warnings in a meaningful way with a code, or you may just get like a random warnings without no meaningful message. In the version of the RStudio and R, you have seen this meaningful and sensible messages, which leads us to the solution. Here you can see that it's now installing those other third-party libraries required for the script. Right, now all the third-party libraries for this script are installed. So what I'm going to do is simply I will click on Run and click Run All. So what this is going to do is that this is an R Markdown file which is designed to open your project, execute a specified simulation there, and retrieve the CP time data and plot it. So once you click on Run All, it's going to run all the code chunks inside of that R Markdown, and in the end, we will get the reply. So here you can see that it's executing the code step by step from top to bottom. And once it's finalized, we will see a plot right over here. Okay, the execution is finalized. You can see that the CP time data for the metoprolol tartrate 200 mg PO tablet simulation is successfully displayed in the RStudio. So which means that like you're all set to use the GastroPlus API in the R environment. So as a next step, we will proceed to Python part and show you how to utilize GastroPlus API in Python. Alright, here I am back to my desktop. Here you can see that I have already installed the Python-based version and the IDE, which is the Visual Studio Code. So we will start with installing the GastroPlus API Python package. So I will go to Windows search box and I will type cmd and hit enter. This will open up the command prompt of the Windows. What I'm going to do is I will type pip list. This is going to bring us all the Python packages installed here. So you can see that I have only one package, which is pip. The next thing is we will try to install GastroPlus API Python package through the pip. So how we are going to do this is I will type pip install, and I need to provide the path of the GastroPlusAPI package. So I will open up the Windows File Explorer. I will go to C drive, and here in the C drive I will go to Program Data, Simulations Plus, GastroPlus Orchestrator, 10.2, Python, and here I have the Python package. So I will hold Shift in my keyboard and right click on this file, and here I will click on Copy as Path. Then I will go back to command line, and I will paste the path, and I will hit enter. So right now this is going to start installing the GastroPlusAPI package with all the dependencies automatically. So it's going to take some time. Okay, now the installment is done, so let's check which packages are installed. So I will type pip list again. Here you can see that we have the GastroPlusAPI package right over here, which has the version of the 10.2, and we also get all the dependent libraries for this GastroPlusAPI. So as a next step, we will go to Visual Studio Code. So here in the Visual Studio Code, we will click on this extensions icon. I will type Python to this search box. So in this way, I will get the Python extension for the Visual Studio Code. Here I will click on install, and I will wait for it to get it installed. Alright, currently the Python package is installed, so you can see that we have the uninstall button. So the next thing, we will also install the Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter. Here you go. And I will click on the install button here and wait for it to be get it installed. Alright, now you can see that the Jupyter Notebook extension is also installed. So what I'm going to do is I will close this extension tab and close the Jupyter Notebook tab. And I will go to File, Open File. Here again I will go to Program Data to access the example scripts for the Python. So I'll go to Program Data, Simulations Plus, GastroPlus Orchestrator, 10.2, Python, and example scripts. Here I will execute the same script, which is the batch simulation run script. So once the script is loaded in your area, you will see a screen like this. So you can see that it follows a similar structure. There are code chunks. Each code chunk is specific for one process. And once you click on the run all, the Python is going to execute all the codes from top to bottom, step by step. So I will hit run all button here, and the Visual Studio Code is going to ask which kernel to be used. So which means that like which Python version do you want to use. Here I only have the Python 3.14.3, so I will select this and it will start the Python. Here we get a warning which says that like it requires a third-party package. I will just click on install. Okay, now the IPY kernel package is successfully installed, and now you can see that we have module not found error under the load record libraries code chunk, which means that like we are still missing some of the third-party packages. So in this case, it's the pandas. What I'm going to do is I will go to command prompt one more time, and I will type pip install pandas. Here you can see that right now pip is installing the Python pandas package. Okay, we can see that the package is successfully installed. So what we are going to do is we will run the script one more time. So you can see that it successfully executes the load record libraries part because all the third-party libraries are successfully installed. Now the script is processing chunk by chunk, and here at the bottom we will see the same graph again. So you can see that we have another error here, which means that like the module, which is the module not found error. This is because there is another third-party library which is not installed, and it gives us the name. It's the plot9. So this is a library to generate plots in the Python. So we will do this. We will do the same step for this package as we have done for the pandas. So I will type pip install plot9, and I will hit enter. And I will wait this package to be installed. Okay, now the plot9 package is successfully installed. So what I'm going to do is that like instead of running all the scripts, I will just execute the final plotting code chunk, which gave us the module error. So right now you can see that there is no error, and the plot is successfully generated here. So which means that like your GastroPlus API is all set up with several dependent libraries. You can easily utilize and execute all of our example scripts. All right. That brings us to the end of this feature of the week. Thank you for watching. For more information, please reach out us through the website or the email. And thank you again.